Have you ever heard the saying, a problem shared is half solved? Well, newsflash, it might not always be the case. Especially when shared with the wrong person, they may end up escalating your situation, leaving you with even bigger problems. And Joseph knows a thing or two about it. He found out the hard way that this old saying doesn't always hold water. So let's take a trip down memory lane and ask ourselves, who exactly is benefiting from this half-solved situation? And what happens to the other half of the problem, knowing that it can morph into a beast of its own if you're not careful? So to avoid getting caught in the chaos of problem escalators, to dodge the pitfalls of this cliche and emerge victorious, let me uncover a profound truth to challenge everything you thought you knew about problem solving. So strap in tight and get ready to soak in every bit of wisdom in today's episode. This is one ride you wouldn't want to miss. Good morning, beautiful souls. It's a brand new week, time for another energizing episode of Speak with your favorite host, Tunolu Anitemi, where we untangle life's mystery through the lens of God's word, one conversation at a time. And guess what? Today's episode is another Monday morning energizing shot for your soul. Let's kick things off by casting our minds back to the ancient lands of Egypt, where a 17-year-old teenager named Joseph wakes up one fateful day with his head full of dreams and his heart full of confusion. In his moment of vulnerability, Joseph takes this age-old advice and shares his troubling dreams with his brothers, hoping to find solace. But little does he know, his innocent act of sharing sets off a chain reaction of jealousy and betrayal, plunging him into a world of hostility and danger. Contrary to his expectations of a sprinkle of comfort or maybe a dash of support, his brothers took that dream and turned it into a nightmare. Instead of finding solace in sharing his woes, Joseph's problem escalates. His brothers, bless their souls, turn his life into a roller coaster of tension and turmoil. Meanwhile, in the opulent court of Pharaoh, ruler of Egypt, a different kind of dilemma unfolds. Pharaoh finds himself troubled by his mysterious dreams, leaving him restless and anxious. So he summoned the most esteemed scholars, astrologers, and wise men of his kingdom to his chambers. They gathered around the throne, eager to lend their expertise to the king's troubled mind. Pharaoh recounted the vivid details of his dreams, hoping that the collective wisdom of his trusted astrologers would provide clarity and insight. But even the most knowledgeable and experienced expert of his kingdom failed to decipher their meaning. Pharaoh's heart sank as he realized the futility of his efforts. He had turned to the most knowledgeable and experienced minds in his kingdom, hoping they would unravel the secrets hidden within his dreams. But alas, his trust had been misplaced, and his hopes dashed against the rocks. Little did Pharaoh know the solution to his dilemma lay in the most unexpected of places, waiting to be revealed by a humble servant of God named Joseph. In a remarkable display of divine intervention, Joseph, an ordinary slave in an hopeless situation, finds himself standing before Pharaoh, poised to offer the very answers he seeks. Joseph interprets Pharaoh's dream with astonishing clarity and insight, revealing their prophetic significance and charting a course of action that will ultimately save the kingdom from impending disaster. As we reflect on Pharaoh's futile attempts to find answers within the confines of human wisdom, in that moment, the truth becomes glaringly clear. The solution to Pharaoh's dilemma doesn't come from human wisdom or expertise, but from a higher power. And therein lies the heart of our message. So what's the moral of the story, you may ask? Well, it's simple. It isn't just about sharing your problems, it's about finding the right source. And speaking of sources, let's talk about God, the ultimate problem solver. God works in mysterious ways. What we perceive as the logical or conventional path may not always lead to the resolution we seek. Solutions can sometimes come from the most unexpected sources, which is why we need to open our hearts and mind to divine guidance. When we surrender our troubles to the hands of God, we'll find that the answers we seek are closer than we think. Dear listener, as you navigate the challenges and uncertainties of life, remember this: the solution to your problems may not always come from where you expect. But when you place your trust in the ultimate problem solver, when you embrace the mystery of God's divine plan, you'll discover that there's no obstacle too great to overcome. So let go of preconceived notions, open your heart to the unexpected, and watch as miracles unfold before your very eyes, knowing that God's ways are higher than our ways, and His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. And with that, dear listener, I urge you to embrace the full solution, the divine intervention. As you tackle this new week heads on, in the midst of your deepest trials and greatest challenges, remember this golden nugget of wisdom. Stop chasing half-baked remedies and start trusting in the ultimate source of wisdom and guidance. Keep your heart open, your spirit's eye, and remain open to the guiding hand of God, trusting in His wisdom and providence to lead you through the storms of life. God's plans are often far greater and more mysterious than we could ever imagine. While the world may offer half-baked solutions, there's only one source that serves up the full feast, and that's God Himself. This is Itunulu Anitemi signing off and reminding you to place your faith in the ultimate problem solver, urging you to always keep your eyes open to the unexpected sources of divine intervention and never lose sight of the miraculous ways in which God works in our lives. And hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share with your friends, because who doesn't love a good dose of wisdom? Here on Speak, every episode is a journey of discovery waiting to unfold.